Welcome to Gentle Anchor, a podcast hosted by mom and son, Michele and Noah. No topic too tender. We talk with honesty, curiosity, and zero taboo.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Gentle Anchor Podcast. I'm Michele.
And I'm Noah.
And we are so glad to have you guys with us today. We are going to be talking about the namesake, Gentle Anchor, and we thought it would be a good idea to define that and talk about that and what it means and how it came about. It's something that Noah and I hold near and dear to our heart. It defines our relationship and stuff. So we thought we would talk about it in the aspect of letting you guys know what it means to us and what it can mean to you. But the other thing that we're going to talk about, which we're going to do before we get into that, is I am all about us needing a name to call our listeners. You guys, if you listen to other podcasts, they have names for their crew, for their people that listen to them. I think it would be really fun to have a name for you guys. After we do this drift check, we're going to get into that part. So starting with that drift check, Noah, how are you doing this week?
Meh.
Meh? Did you have a hard week, or was it kind of more of an easier week, or you celebrated Halloween? Let's talk about that.
I did celebrate Halloween.
Yeah. So that's part of your week. What did you do?
We had a party.
Yeah. And who did you and your girlfriend dress up as? Brain fart. You want me to remind you?
No, it's from the Sandlot.
Yeah.
It's Smalls and Wendy Peppercorn.
Yep. And I'm going to put a picture so people can see what
But
you
you
look
have
like.
to blur out her face.
Yeah, I will.
Because that would be rude.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. But I will put a picture because you guys looked super cute. And I thought it was really a fun costume. So, and you guys had a party at your apartment. How did that go?
Good.
Yeah, you had fun.
Yeah.
And then did you have anything else that you want to talk about the week? You don't have to. I just was.
I had a surprise exam this morning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How did that go?
47 out of 50, I think.
Hey, who's complaining about that?
Well,
Especially
right
for
now,
a surprise.
Right now it's 42 out of 50, but there's a question on it. It's worth 5 points that it says has not been graded yet, but everybody else's has been, so I don't know.
Well, either way, that's still good.
Either way, it's an 84.
Yeah.
Or it should be a 94.
Yeah. So good job.
And then I started my new rotation today. So.
Yes. We'll see how that goes over the course of the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I have soccer finals on Wednesday.
Awesome. That'll be fun.
Go the men and women's soccer team. Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'm glad you're okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Your dad was home this week, so that's nice. The same as last week. I graded some papers this week. I do some door dashing on the side, so that was fun. Made a little extra money there. I didn't do anything really exciting this week. Let's get into this episode. Noah has differing opinions for what we should name our listeners, but I think we should.
I think it's stupid.
Stop. Don't you want your listeners to feel included, right? I think you all want to be included. We're hoping that our listeners, we're going to talk about a couple of them, and I really hope that you will comment and let us know which you prefer, which you like. You can definitely comment on
If you were smart, you would do a poll.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is a poll. But I'm also, if you don't see the poll, then you can comment here on this episode, which again, we invite you guys to comment, to subscribe, to share.
Go like the video in which I'm a way better dancer than Mom and Tabby.
Yeah, we just posted the video. And I actually just posted Tabby's because Tabby thought she needed to be in on it too. So Tabby got hers up there too.
Tabby's was the worst one. Oh, that's mean. I'm not allowed to dog on her.
You're not allowed to dog on your sister. That's right.
I can't yell that.
Yes, because you need to be nice. She's your sister. So I posted those videos.
It was actually really good.
Yeah. I thought everybody did good. Considering Tabby taught me in about 15 minutes, I did pretty well. You did pretty well. She did pretty well. So anyway, like, subscribe, share, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all those things. You can watch us on, obviously, YouTube and then Spotify and the Apple Podcast. So Gentle Anchor Podcast.
Excuse me.
Here's the suggestions. I have like 6, I think. And we'll see what you guys think. So first one that I have is Gap Crew. Get it? Do you get it?
Knee slapper.
Gap. Gentle Anchor Podcast Crew. Get it? I got it. What do you think of that one? You don't like that one? Okay. Harbor Friends? No, it doesn't like that one either. This one's funny. Anchorlings?
Double negative.
No, it doesn't like that one. First Mates?
That one's an iffy, okay.
You don't hate that one.
If it's First Mates, we have to start giving the whole pirate theme. I heard you mateys.
Oh my. Okay. Drift Mates?
I like this one.
That's your favorite?
It's like the aloha,
Yeah, it's
the
kinda
luau.
nice. Yeah.
You better put Hawaiian music right there.
Next and the last one, this is the last one that I have is Safe Harbor Crew. He doesn't
Double,
like that
double
one.
negative.
Okay. And then, of course, if you guys or anybody has any other suggestions, Noah, or listeners, dear listeners,
Listen
let's
to that
get
book.
into the topic of the day,
Move
which
on.
is
Let's get down to business.
business. Yeah. Gentle Anchor, Noah, when I said, let's do a podcast, you said, I know exactly what to call it. And I said,
I said
what?
that.
Yeah, you did. Remember, because I was trying to come up with the name Gentle Anchor for some other side business that I was thinking about doing. And you were like, Mom, I really like that. And you were like, I think that we could change that. We could make that into um, the podcast name and change the logo around a little bit because you're my gentle anchor. And you said that to me, right? You don't remember that?
I remember. I briefly remember this conversation.
Yeah. So that's kind of how the name of the podcast came about. And the gentle anchor is Noah says that I'm his gentle anchor because when things are looking tough or when he needs someone to talk to, or if he is feeling anxious or any of those thoughts come into his head, he says that I'm really good at helping him steady the calm, get out of his own head. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? How does that gentle anchor, how do you describe it? What would you say how do you define it?
We've talked about this for the last decent amount of episodes that we've had open communication from the very beginning. So it just is super easy to move to you as that person when things are complex. I think that a gentle anchor realistically is anybody. I don't think it's only a parent. It's just that person that you trust enough to conversate with about things when they get hard. You're my main anchor, but there's this tier, this list of people that we move through, right? It's not just one person and your life takes a village. And so for me, I've got this branch of, or this pyramid of people that I go to.
Yes.
Because not everything that I'm going to tell you is going to be the same as somebody else, right? And not everything that I tell them is going to be the same that I tell you. So my roommate, they get the most of it, honestly.
Yeah.
I would say that a lot of the things my roommates get 80% of the things probably before you do, to be quite frank. I'm pretty good about telling you things, but
Yes.
I still definitely talk to them a lot.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, my girlfriend would talk to her a lot, but it's generally just that person that you find yourself talking with the most and being able to be comfortable.
The thing to remember about a gentle anchor, if we're using that term, and I really do love it, is that being someone gentle anchor doesn't mean you have to be able to fix their problems. That's not what it's about at all. It's about just being that person that can show up for them, that allows them to be heard, allows them to have the space to feel comfortable in to talk about the things that they want to talk about. As the person that is the gentle anchor, I don't always have the answers. It is a lot of me trying to figure it out, or even your friends or whoever it is, just trying to figure it out and trying to get through those moments with you. A lot of people have that person. They just don't use that term. I would love it for people to start using it. It's a great term to use for people that help us in those situations. Don't be afraid to use it. We don't mind. Have anything else to add on that, Noah? That's defining it. What does it feel like when somebody is helping you through those hard times? So if when you come to me with something going on, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you want from me or that other person, like in certain situations? It's not always the answer, right? What is it that you're looking for?
Three things.
Okay. Oh,
Three. One, I just want to be seen. Two, I just want to be heard. And three, I just want to be validated.
okay. So expand on those a little bit.
That whole concept like children should be seen or should be seen but not heard kind of thing. That's the dumbest thing in the world. That's the dumbest thing in the world
Yeah.
because a lot of where this podcast stems from is having the ability to talk about things and feel heard. And
Yes.
that's the whole point. That's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to help people understand that talking about things is okay.
Yes.
Children should be seen, children should be heard, children should be validated, children should be treated the way that they deserve to be treated. By talking to you about things, you're having the conversation. So I'm feeling like you see me because you accept what I'm talking about. You listen, so that's being seen. being heard, again, also listening, but taking in what I'm saying for more than just to allow me to say it. You're taking it in with the intent of having an answer or having something to help me work through it by myself.
With some kind of emotion or feeling.
Right. You're
Yeah.
putting additional feeling behind the feeling themselves.
Yeah.
And then validation is just that, okay, I've heard you, I've listened to you, I understand what you're saying. It's okay to feel the way you feel. It's helping me understand that you're right. I am feeling this for a reason. Let's not call it what it's not,
Yeah. I always
right?
say one of the things that I say to you guys is it's okay to not be okay. And
And
that
I think that helped me out a lot too. That saying along, I think I even said, ah, there it is.
yeah, it's okay to not be okay. I say that a lot because like in those there you go. In those moments when you are wanting to be validated, sometimes that's the only thing I can say because I don't have an answer. But
Right.
to validate it and say, "You know what, Noah? It's okay. It's okay that you're not okay at the moment." And then we can either talk about it more or you can kind of sit in it and say, all right, I can put some feelings into that. So that's
100%.
always a good yeah. So validation is super important. It's super important in anything. I think that people like to be validated because it means that you are genuinely hearing, seeing what they're saying. So great. I love that, Noah. You did a great job on that. That's awesome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And I think like
You know
part
what they
of
say, I'm wise beyond my years.
yeah,
That
part of like being that anchor. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead of myself. Maybe.
had to be what it do be.
What?
That to be what it do be.
Yeah. Anyway, sometimes you just wanna vent. Sometimes you don't even want me to say anything, and sometimes you don't even care if I'm listening. We've had that conversation. You don't even care if I'm listening. You're just like, "I just need to get this out." That happens
Yeah.
sometimes. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just like, "I'm just gonna
That's
talk. I don't care if she's listening."
and to be frank, that's when I go to Mason. I don't care if he because that dude doesn't listen to me, so
So you just if you're trying to get it out, that's the guy you go to.
gotta. Because then 10 minutes later he'll wake up and go, huh? I go, never mind.
Doesn't matter as
Doesn't
long as
matter.
and that's okay. Hey, like sometimes it's the way it is. Sometimes you don't care. You just need a person in front of you that's gonna like feels like it's listening. It feels like it. So that's good too. Hey, Mason could be that kind of gentle anchor. Sure. Sometimes it's just in those moments when you do actually need somebody, what is it that makes you feel safe? Is it the relationship that we've already built? Or is it something else that makes you feel like, okay, this is going to be okay, even if it's not okay?
What's the question?
Sometimes I come to me because you know it's a safe environment. And is that safe environment because you know that that's something we've built already? We already have that? Or is it because you just know that it's going to be a safe feeling based on what you're going to talk about?
Neither.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I think that maybe the first one. Yeah, I mean a lot of it's the predisposing. They're like the predetermined relationship and aspect that we built, right? The foundation, I should say, the foundation that we've laid at that base that it just I don't know, it's just abnormal to not talk. I
Yeah.
think is the biggest thing. Sometimes I'll go 2 days and notice that we haven't talked,
Yeah.
and that just feels weird.
It feels weird.
Yeah, I just have a really hard time believing that my days are actually going well. I have a hard time allowing myself to believe that I'm allowed to be happy and allowed to do well at things because I'm
Mhm.
like so used to calling you about things and when things aren't well. So
Oh,
if I go a day or two without talking to you, this seems a little fishy. Then I start to like do more self reflection. Things are going too well, and that's not okay
yeah.
for me. I need to have a bad day. Like I don't know, it's abnormal for me to. It's got to be just that we've laid that foundation, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I
a
think
hard
that's true
question.
too.
It's just I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I think it is fair. I think that you can have safe conversations with people that you haven't built that kind of foundation that we have if you feel comfortable with them in any aspect.
Yeah, I
So
mean, yeah,
that's super important too. I mean, you do build a foundation and you tend to feel safer speaking to people that you have a foundation with. So I think that that's fair to say, but sometimes it cannot be that way.
I tend to just talk to everybody. So they just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
have to start listening.
Yeah. But there's times when I don't get it right. There's times when we have conversations and I get it wrong. There's times and we'll kind of talk about that a little bit, but I think that the whole gentle anchor aspect of it has kind of just evolved through our relationship and, like you said, from the building of that and stuff. So sometimes it's hard to and you I'm sure you've been there for friends, right, of yours or, your sister or whatever, so you can kind of relate to when you're trying to talk to, your girlfriend, a lot of times you have to be there for her and you get to be a gentle anchor for her, right? As much as she is for you. And sometimes it's like emotionally draining. Right? One of the things that I've
Not
said,
for her, but other people, yes.
that's a great point that you make because I've been kind of have been that kind of person for a lot of people in my life. And I remember you guys always asking, how do you have that kind of endurance when it's so draining, when there's so much going on, when you can't possibly always be there for that person. But I always say, as long as it's not taking anything from me, then I'm willing to do it and I love to do it. I enjoy being there for those people, right? As long as it's not taking anything away from my family, my emotional well-being, my headspace, any of those things. As long as I'm not doing any of those things, I can be there for anybody that needs me and anybody that wants to call me their gentle anchor. But it doesn't go without a price. I mean, I mean, even for your girlfriend, like it sometimes it's hard because you don't always have the answers. Talk about that a little bit. What does it feel like when you can't always have the answers for somebody? You don't always have the answer for somebody.
Nah, I said dial, don't worry.
You're not perfect, mister.
You're damn right I'm not.
That's right. So,
In all fairness, it's upsetting, to be quite frank. It genuinely sucks. I like to think of myself as somebody who is fairly emotionally mature now, just with all the things that we've talked about and gone through, right, and all the counseling that I've done. That when somebody, not even just her, but when somebody presents a problem, and I don't have the answer, it's almost kind of like a slap in the face. And I mean, granted, I'm 21 years old. I'm not supposed to have all the answers, but I feel that I do a pretty good job typically. I've said this previously, but I know that a lot of my friends have told me like, yeah, you're the person that we want to talk to. Like, you just typically have the answer. But yeah, I don't know. Not having the answer is okay though. Like, it's not anything to be
yeah.
like pissed off at yourself for. You don't, even from your guys' perspective as a parent. I mean, you're human. You're individuals just like the rest of us. Just because you gave birth to us or adopted, or it doesn't mean that you guys just have to be spot on every time. It's like doing an evaluation. You might know the answer. Sometimes you might not. That's the whole reason they have different things to say, different differential diagnosis. You know, here's a whole list of things I could say, but it might not be the right one. That's what X-rays are for.
Yeah, I would definitely admit that there are many times when I do not know what to say. I
See,
don't
that's
know.
just a lie.
Yeah. I thank you. No, I like to hear that, but sometimes I just feel like I just talk to hopefully come up with the answer, you know? But then again, like it's that whole thing of sometimes you can't answer.
Yeah.
There has got to be times that I didn't give you like I ask you every time after we're done, do you feel, did that help? Do you feel
Right.
better? Is there anything else I can do? Obviously, we know that. But sometimes you're like, yeah, I feel better. And I'm like, yeah, bullshit. Like, but I have to take your
You're
word
you're
for it.
you're replaying in your head like that was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do that
Well,
in my
I
head all the time. That's
I
the
think
advice I gave. What the fuck?
I think that you do a good job though at like being honest when you don't have an answer. Like
Okay, good.
rather than just being like, oh, if I just ramble on for long enough, I'll find my way. No, hey, no, like I'm just gonna be so quite honest with you. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to this. I was like, here's what I can tell you that I think might be helpful. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if it's not. Here's what I've got for you, but I don't want to say this is the actual answer for you.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
think that recognize that rather than just because let me tell you something about myself. 90% of the way that I've gotten this far in life is that I just BS my way through it. I 100% just go with, yeah, that was a bunch of BS. I don't know what I just said there, but
It seemed
some,
to work.
somehow I just did this.
You drifted through it.
With that look on face, I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
I
was
do.
doing an evaluation data, and I was like, I just kind of kept doing the same test over and over because I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
And somehow I ended up being mostly right.
There you go. I do
Fake
think
it
that
till you
that's,
make it.
yeah, fake it to make it. I think that that's true. I really do try not to give answers if I don't have the answers. So, but sometimes you can just kind of talk a little bit and then the answer comes, you know? So, but I think that the other thing about, being a gentle anchor is that you do have to have your boundaries. Sometimes you can't be there. And sometimes if you can't be there for that person, you have to be okay with that and they have to be okay with that. But that's why there's always that backup. So they have a backup, but for you as the gentle anchor, setting that boundary for, I'm sorry, but 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm just not, unless it's a dire emergency, I just might not be there for you. Or I'm sorry, now I'm having dinner with my husband, if it's not an emergency, I can't help you, whatever. So I think setting boundaries and understanding that if it's not a dire emergency is really important too. But of course, if it is, then make yourself available. But one of the other things about this on your end, Noah, is do you have, I don't know if you have it anymore. I know you used to, was that like, I don't want to burden you with my troubles.
Oh, I still do that.
Do you still do that? Will you kind of expand on that a little bit? Because I bet you're not the only one in that boat.
Yeah. For any of our listeners out there, you can kind of just sit with this one. But are there ever times that you just go ahead and think to yourself, I need to talk about this, but what if it causes somebody else to just have a worse day? Or what if this is just not the problem that they want to listen to right now? What if this is just too much for them? What if this is so difficult for me to talk about that they are not going to help me anyways? It's no matter what I say, it's going to be too hard for them to answer. My problems are not worth it. I'm a burden on them anyways. I've talked to them about this 15 times. Why should they have to listen to this again? Why should they keep being the person that they keep going to? Um, these are all
It's
questions.
okay.
These are all questions that I've asked myself.
Yeah,
If they're that gentle anchor for you, they're gonna be there. Doesn't matter.
that's so true. Good way to put it, buddy. That's so true. That actually made me kind of tear up because it's so true. I don't ever, ever, ever want you to feel like you're a burden, you're too much, you're not enough, any of those things. So, like, guilt is not something that we want to come into play. And like you said, if that person is your gentle anchor, they're not going to feel that way. They're
And if
going to
they
be like,
do,
then they're not your
maybe
gentle
maybe they're
anchor.
not your gentle anchor.
So I mean, that was really poignant, Noah. That was really great. I'm so lucky to have you as a son. On the flip side, I tend to not go to anybody with my problems. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, half the time you make it sound like you don't have problems.
Right.
You
But
just go, "Nah," and then move on.
Yeah. I don't dwell on things very well, I don't, and I don't stress. We've had that conversation too. But there are moments when that comes up. But so I would say that a lot of the times I do go to you or Tabby, just because you're around more than your dad is. Your dad's not always readily available. But I always appreciate that you and Tabby allow me the opportunity to speak my emotions and kind of give you that opportunity to be that gentle anchor for me when I do need it. And I always know on the flip side again that it is safe, that I can say anything to you, that I can have any kind of emotions and you don't let it affect the fact that I'm your mom, Like you don't ever say to me, "Oh, you're my mom, you can't feel that way." Like I never feel that like that. Like anytime I feel, something and I've expressed it to you, you always do a really great job of validating me, making me feel safe, making me feel heard, making me feel seen. And so I appreciate that. And so it's nice to be able to see the flip side of the being gentle anchored, gently anchored, as compared to being the gentle anchor. So that's just thank you for that. And is that hard for you? Do you think?
No, no.
Oh, that's good.
I think that definitely you go to Tabby more than me because she's home.
Yeah.
But uh, I do try to be available when I can be for your use.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's just another conversation, right? It's not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it for all my friends. I can do it for you too. So it's not.
Yeah.
I don't really think too much of it, honestly.
That's good. I'm glad.
I don't
Thank you.
put too I don't put too much weight on those kind of things.
That's good. Good.
Like other people's problems, I don't typically put a lot of weight on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm so, and I'll obviously do my best to handle it, but then it's like I do too much worrying for myself.
Yeah. I think that one of the things that always sweet to me is that, like, you are really good at listening and you are really good at being there for people, and I do say that's probably something you get from me and the relationship that we've built, and so how I have those conversations with you. You're able to have them openly with other people. But I always think it's cute when you come to me and say, "Hey, I had this issue come up with so and so, and this is how I handled it. How would you have handled it?" Like those are the ones that are. I'm always like, oh, like,
When have I ever said that?
or like your girlfriend, or
I guess
like,
I did say it the other day.
yeah,
Yeah, I did text you because I was like, "Yo, this is what I said. Was that wrong?"
yeah,
I was like, "Am I a dumbass for this?"
yeah. And I think that
Turns out I was.
no, no, you're very, very good. But I think that this happened more than once on different
Yeah.
occasions stuff. You're like, oh,
Not like now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, there's definitely a few times where I had like, I don't think I handled that right.
yeah. And so those are always cute to me because I'm like, oh, I know that you know what you're talking about, and you do have a tendency to answer the way that I would. So, and if
And when
it's
I talk to you once a day,
so the next thing we were going to talk about kind of is that,
we have more to talk about.
yeah, how to help people feel like they could be a gentle anchor, how they can do it, how you can be that gentle anchor for somebody.
I have the solution.
Okay.
You
What's
ready?
the solution? Yeah.
Just buy a pair of Nikes and say, just do it.
Oh boy. Anyway, this is so
I'm funny.
let,
Come on, I'm
yeah,
funny.
we are not therapists or anything like that.
I
This is
am.
just, no, stop saying that. You're not. We are
Uh,
not therapists. This is just what
Everybody, all of our drift, what are they? Or Inklings? Are they,
drift mates.
that one.
You don't know that that's what they're going to be called yet.
I'm rooting for it. All of our
Okay, you can
drift
root
mates
for.
here on the podcast know that I'm the funny one.
Okay, but you can't say that we're therapists because we literally are not.
But I'm a 21-year-old male. They know I'm joking.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
hope.
we are not therapists.
Especially
Gentle
because I've said
anchor.
that I'm going to school for athletic training. I
Yeah,
hope that they know I'm not a
I
therapist.
know. Gentle anchor is just a term that we have coined for ourselves. It's what we use for us, and we wouldn't mind if you started using it too. But here are some tips on how to be a really good gentle anchor. And they are to
Step
make sure.
one.
What
Step
is it?
one. Listen. Step two. Be available. Step three. Be cool. Step four. I don't even know
Step
it. Oh,
validate?
validate.
Okay. All right. So maybe those are the steps. I don't really know. Let's get back to this.
Okay, we're back on track.
Listen, right? So when the person comes to you, you're going to want to listen, and you're going to want to listen with intent. You want to listen and make sure you're not being like Michelle used to be when the kids were younger and just go, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh, really? Oh, I don't remember what you said. No, listen. Really, really listen. Use your ears, listen.
Focus.
Ask them, do you
Concentrate.
want me to give you advice, or do you want to just vent? Are you just venting, or am I listening because I need
I
to
think that that's the most
give you
important thing
advice?
to begin with.
Do ya?
That one. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because I think
So
that that's just like then dictates how the conversation is going
how
to
the
flow.
conversation is gonna go? That's fair. So listen, make sure you listen, and you're gonna say, "Am I want to listen, and I want to do what you want from me." So, are you venting, or are we going to have a conversation and you're asking for advice? And then the other thing is that make sure that you are present. Make sure that you're present in the conversation. Don't just be a fly on the wall. Make sure you're present. Even if they're just venting, it really is best to try to just be there. And then make sure that you're validating them. Like Noah said in the beginning, we just want to be heard. And so make sure you're just validating. Um,
Now, from my perspective, as the anchorling,
yeah.
yeah,
You're just trying them all out, huh?
yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, just tell people what you need. Just be quite frank, upfront, and honest. Be like, I don't care what you have to say right now, but I got to tell you. Step one. Step two,
Hmm.
stop expecting people to just know how you feel.
True. Very good.
Just be direct.
Yeah.
They
This
can't
is
read,
how I feel.
people cannot read your mind.
So true.
Step three, be appreciative of people who keep showing up for you. Go through the conversation, say, like, thank you for listening to me. Be appreciative. Show that you appreciate them for what they're doing for you.
And I think the flip side of that is as the anchor, thank you for trusting me with this.
Of course.
Go ahead.
And then
Step
step four, my 4-step plan. Be somebody's gentle anchor when they need you.
Yeah,
It goes both ways.
it does. Like I just said. Yeah. Yeah. And I
Hang
think,
loose.
yeah. The other thing that I forgot that we actually do want to kind of say is that when someone is struggling, it's really hard to not feel their pain. It's hard to separate the feelings, right? But sometimes you just have to in order to give the best advice that you can. It doesn't mean that you're a robot and you don't feel it like you do, but no. But I'm just saying, like, it's sometimes you just have to try to separate that and do the best that you can, give the best advice that you can without feeling those feels as much as we tend to. And go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to say that we want to make sure that we are not invalidating. We want to make sure that we are doing our best to tell that person that we are being that gentle anchor for, it's okay. I hear what you're saying. I may not have the answers. I can't always fix you, but I'm here for you. What were you going to say?
I was just going to prompt our listeners with a question.
Sure, go.
Here's my question for y'all. Think about this. Are you somebody's anchor? And what does that look like in your life if you are? On the flip side, who's your gentle anchor? And have you thanked them for it recently? If not, maybe give them a ring-a-ding-ding.
Yeah.
A text takes 2 seconds to send.
Yep. And maybe,
buy them some chocolate. Kit Kats,
let us
particularly.
know. We want to know. We want to hear your stories too. Do you have a gentle anchor, or are you a gentle anchor for someone? Let us know. Tell us.
I have a gentle anchor.
You have more than one gentle anchor.
And I appreciate the hell out of all y'all.
I know you do. It's good. We seriously appreciate you guys listening. And sometimes I feel like we get stagnant in there a little bit, but we're just doing our best and we're just having the conversations. And Noah and I just enjoy talking to each other and having fun. And we thought we would bring you along for the ride. So we hope you're enjoying our content and we hope that you get something out of it. And if you do, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. But think about those couple of things. What do we want to name you guys? And think about your anchor, your gentle anchor, and who you anchor for, and if you have one. And that's probably how we're gonna end this one out. So,
can I say the ending thing because that sounds fun to say? You made it to the end. Congratulations! Thank you.
Thank you.
If you haven't already, tap the follow so you're always in the loop.
Yep.
And hey, if you're scrolling on that Instagram or TikTok, what does it say?
Look us up and say hi.
Look us up and say hey. Hey. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode.
Yes.
And as always, good night.
That's not your closing.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be like Jimmy Fallon on here.
I know.
Yes, guys, my mom is my gentle anchor. It'd be yours, maybe somebody else. Could be a friend, a sibling, a mentor. I like this new voice. This is fun. Anyone who makes you feel safe and understood. What matters is having someone in your life that you can be open and honest with. So the next time that you feel...
No, it just feels... that just feels so impersonal.
But it's so funny.
But you say it so nicely most of the time.
You got it.
Share your feelings with the person that truly makes you feel heard. That's how yours says. And we appreciate all you guys listening. Every voice needs a safe harbor. Until next time, stay anchored and connected.
See, your voice sounds the same too. That's some BS.
More personal.
Gentle disclaimer. This podcast is a space for personal reflection, honest conversation, and emotional curiosity, not professional advice. Michele and Noah aren't therapists, just a mother and son exploring what feels true in their own lives. What they share is rooted in personal experience, and they trust listeners to take what resonates and leave the rest. Stay anchored in your own truth.